Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the drummer's most important tool, a good pair of drumsticks. Now, you might be going to the store to buy a pair and be just blown away by all the different kinds, all the different brands, and I have no clue which ones you want. I think I mentioned on my website that I go with Vic Firth 5A drumsticks. What that really means is 5. The 5 in the 5A is just a measure of how wide the sticks are, and the A is just the kind of tip on the stick. Things like 7As are also pretty common. 7As are just a little narrower than the 5As. I also have a wider pair of sticks called SD1s. They basically all just get a different sound. You might want heavier sticks for louder playing, 7As for quieter playing, but 5As are just, for me, a good all-around stick. Another thing to consider is you might see sticks with like plastic tips, white plastic tips. Those are called nylon tip sticks, and you know, some drummers swear by them, but I personally just go with the wood tips. Also, drumsticks do not last forever. As you can see, it's kind of are past their time. They snapped. After a while, eventually they just crack, get worn down. So you're going to have to replace them. They're not too expensive. So another thing, another kind of, they're not sticks, but they're called brushes. And this is, you probably won't get in this for a while, but these are used for jazz playing. They give you texture on the snare drum. They're just like many wire, like little wires coming out of this sort of like plastic housing, and you just sort of brush them on the drum, the snare drum, to give you texture and sort of a lighter, lower volume kind of sound. But again, these really are necessary at the entry level. Another thing to consider when you are selecting your sticks is you'll read the packaging on it and it'll say, oh, the perfect pair, tone matched. What they're basically saying is that when you hit your drumsticks on something, they make the same sound. Like, see, these are a pretty good pair. There's not much variation between the sound they make, and that's what you want. But not all drums, like, they come in that like little paper sleeve kind of thing, and just because it says it's the perfect pair, it's probably not matched quite right. So everyone does it. Just you can like play around, take drumsticks out of sleeves, replace them, and find two that sound pretty similar. Again, that's just something you wanna. It just sounds better, and it's a good technique to find the right kind of sticks for you. The other thing is, sometimes cheaper sticks will be like warped. They won't quite be flat. So what you do for that is you just put it on a flat surface and roll it. And if it's like sort of like wobbling as it rolls, then you probably want to stay away from those. You just want a nice clean roll down the table. And so, but yeah, if they match and they are straight, then that's probably a pretty good pair of sticks. And I guess the rest is personal preference, what feels good for you in your hand. And yeah, so next I'll be showing you guys proper ways to hold the sticks and how to get the best, feel out of them and response. Alright, so when holding your sticks, I should say, the most important thing is don't grip it too tightly. You don't want to get into that. You won't be able to play the right way, and you just want to have the right control over what you're doing. First of all, I was taught to take your first finger and your thumb and place them about a third of the way down on the stick, sort of like there, and then just wrap your other three around it loosely, and then sort of rest it, and I keep it in like the crook of my first finger, and I just sort of rest my thumb on top there, like that. And that gives you mobility. These fingers don't do a whole lot. They sort of help you rebound the stick, but mostly it's just these two. These just help out a little bit. Same with your left hand, and for pretty much everything in drums and drumming, unless you're left-handed, your right hand's going to be your stronger one. So this will probably feel more comfortable in this hand as opposed to this one. Even I still don't have the same coordination of my left hand as I do my right, but it's just one of those things that takes practice and time. So just remember, thumb and first finger, other fingers wrap, keep it loose, and that's about all there is to it. The other thing I forgot to say was, when you're getting a bunch of sticks, you might want to buy one of these. It's just a stick bag. It's got like 3 pockets in there. You can get bigger ones, but sometimes they'll even like provide them with the junior high with like a lower cost with all your mallets in them for the year and stuff. But otherwise, you can just get them at any music store, and it just helps you keep your sticks organized and all together. So, with that, I think that's about everything you need to know for entry level. So, I will see you guys next time.